15 million naira. 5 upfront. 10 when it's done.
You see me. Not my mother's daughter. Not my last name. Just me.
You're the first person who's ever loved me for me.
Destroy her, or I destroy everything.
My name is Jide, and I learned something important at 28 years old. Hard work is a scam. Not the kind of scam where you see it coming, the quiet kind. The kind where you show up early, stay late, plan perfect events, save the company thousands, and watch someone else get the credit. Someone with the right surname, the right skin tone, the right connections. That someone was Chidinma, my ex. The woman who used to tell me we'd build our future together. 5 years I've been at Golden Ark Hotel and events. 5 years of watching couples celebrate anniversaries I coordinated. CEOs toast at galas I designed. Politicians smile at fundraisers I executed flawlessly. And then she got hired. Chidinma walked into Golden Ark 18 months ago with her law degree from the UK, her father's political connections, and a smile that used to be just for me. She smiled at everyone now, especially the ones who could push her up faster. Within 6 months, she was senior coordinator. Within a year, she was my supervisor. And last Tuesday, she became director of events, the position I'd been promised, the one I'd bled for. You want to know the worst part? She used my ideas. That charity gala concept I'd been developing for 2 years, she presented it as hers to the board. When I confronted her privately, she looked at me like I was a stranger.
Jide, this is business. Surely you understand that.
I understood, all right. I understood that my mother would keep cleaning other people's houses at 56. I understood that my sister Temmie's university fees were overdue again. I understood that my youngest sister Kemi's dream of law school was getting further away every single day. Dark skin, sharp features, angry looking even when I smile, they say. No father's name to drop, no overseas degree. Just talent, determination, and the slowly dying belief that those things mattered. Then she walked in. It was a Thursday. We were hosting a corporate mixer for tech investors. I was managing the floor, as usual, doing the work while Chidinma took photos with the guests for her Instagram. The woman was late 40s, maybe early 50s. Elegant. The kind of expensive that doesn't scream, it whispers. Gold jewelry that was real, not plated. A wrapper and blouse that cost more than my monthly salary. She moved through the crowd like she owned the building. Maybe she did. In Lagos, you never really knew. She caught my eye across the room and smiled. Not the polite smile you give staff. Something else. Something that made my instincts kick in. I've learned to read people in this job. Rich people especially. They want one of 3 things: attention, efficiency, or control. I couldn't figure out which one she wanted.
You're Jide,
She said when she approached me. Not a question. Yes, Ma. How can I help you this evening?
Actually,
She glanced around, then back at me with those sharp, assessing eyes.
I'm the one who can help you.
Her name was Mrs. Adiemi. Old money, tech investments, real estate. The kind of wealth that shapes Lagos from the shadows. We met 3 days later at a restaurant in Ikoyi, where the cheapest plate cost more than my weekly transport budget.
I know about you and Chidinma.
She said, stirring her wine.
I know she took your promotion, used your ideas, and I know about your family situation.
My blood went cold. How?
I make it my business to know things, Jide, especially about talented people being wasted.
She leaned forward.
Chidinma works for someone, a woman named Chief Mrs. Okonkwo, my business rival. Chief Mrs. Okonkwo and I have been competing for the same contracts, the same spaces, the same power in this city for 15 years. She's winning, And she's using people like Chidinma, ruthless, ambitious people, to do it.
With respect, Ma, what does this have to do with me? Mrs. Adeyemi smiled. It wasn't warm.
Chief Mrs. Okonkwo has a daughter, Zainab, 24 years old. Just finished her master's degree abroad. Brilliant girl, kind, naive in the way only protected rich children can be.
She slid an envelope across the table.
Zainab is being groomed to take over her mother's empire. She's the future, the legacy. Chief Mrs. Okonkwo's pride and joy.
Mrs. Adeyemi's voice dropped.
If something were to damage Zainab's reputation, her mental state, her focus, it would destroy Chief Mrs. Okonkwo. Professionally, personally.
I stared at the envelope. I didn't touch it. You want me to?
Seduce her. Make her fall in love with you. Then break her so completely that she can't function. Ruin her emotionally, socially, professionally.
She said it like she was ordering appetizers.
I'll pay you 5 million naira up front. Another 10 million when it's done. Plus, a position in my company. Real career growth, not the scraps you're getting now.
15 million naira. My mother could retire. Temi could finish university without stress. Kemi could go to the best law school in Nigeria. I could finally breathe. And Chidinma? I asked quietly.
Once Chief Mrs. Okonkwo falls, Chidinma falls with her. She'll be ruined by association. You'll have your revenge and your future.
I should have said no immediately. I should have walked out. But I didn't. Because here's what nobody tells you about being poor. It makes you consider things you never thought you would. It makes you calculate the cost of your morals against the cost of your mother's arthritis medication. It makes you wonder if being a good person is a luxury you can't afford. What did this Zainab girl ever do to you? I asked. Mrs. Adeyemi's face hardened.
She was born to my enemy. That's enough.
I looked at the envelope again. I need to think about it.
You have 3 days.
She stood, dropped a black card on the table to cover the bill.
Think carefully, Jide. Opportunities like this don't come twice.
That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about my sisters. About the scholarship Kemi lost because we couldn't afford the administrative fees. About Temi eating 1 meal a day to save money for textbooks. About my mother's hands, cracked and aged beyond her years from bleach and cleaning chemicals. Then I thought about a girl named Zainab, who'd done nothing wrong except be born rich to the wrong person. I called Mrs. Adeyemi the next morning. I'll do it, I said. But I need half the money up front, 7.5 million. She laughed.
5 million, non-negotiable.
Then find someone else.
7.5 it is. I like your nerve, Jide. You'll need it.
The money hit my account 2 hours later. And that's when I met her. Mrs. Adeyemi arranged everything. An accidental meeting at an art gallery opening in Victoria Island. Zainab would be there. I would be there. The rest was up to me. I spotted her immediately. She wasn't what I expected. Zainab was real. Not in a rich girl playing humble way. Actually real. She wore a simple yellow dress. Her hijab was elegant but not flashy. She stood alone in front of a painting, some abstract piece about colonial trauma, and she was actually studying it. Not posing for photos, not networking, just looking. I walked over. The plan was simple. Be charming, be interesting, get her number. It's angry, I said, gesturing to the painting. She turned, surprised. Pretty. Genuinely pretty. Not Instagram filter pretty.
The painting?
She asked. The artist. You can feel it in every stroke, like they were arguing with the canvas. She smiled.
I thought I was the only one who felt that. Everyone else keeps calling it powerful or moving. But you're right, it's angry.
We talked for 2 hours. She was studying social policy, wanted to reform education in northern Nigeria, laughed at my jokes, but also challenged my opinions, treated the gallery security guard with the same respect she showed everyone else. And when I asked for her number, she actually blushed. Week 1, coffee dates. She talked about her thesis. I talked about events coordination. She didn't judge, didn't look down on my job like most rich people would. Week 2, beach walk at Elagushi. She took off her sandals and ran into the water fully clothed, laughing.
Life's too short to worry about ruining a dress, Jide.
Week 3. She invited me to her favorite bookstore. Bought me 3 books she thought I'd love.
One was poetry. I hate poetry. I read it anyway. Week 4. I realized I was in trouble, because here's the thing they don't tell you about seducing someone. Sometimes you end up seducing yourself. Zainab wasn't naive. She was hopeful. There's a difference. She saw the good in people because she chose to, not because she was stupid. She knew Lagos was corrupt, knew her mother's business had darkness in it, but she believed she could do things differently. She made me want to believe it too. My phone rang at 2 a.m. on a Tuesday.
You're behind schedule.
Mrs. Adeyemi's voice was ice.
She should be attached to you by now. Dependent. Where are we on that?
It's only been a month.
I didn't pay you 7.5 million naira to take your time, Jide. Speed it up. Make her fall. Hard. Or I'll take my money back and make sure you never work in this city again.
She hung up. I sat there in the dark, thinking about everything. The money was already spent. Temi's fees, Kemi's school entrance exam prep, my mother's medical checkup she'd been postponing for 3 years. There was no backing out now. So I did what Mrs. Adeyemi wanted. I made Zainab fall in love with me. It wasn't hard, because I was falling too. She introduced me to her mother at a family dinner. Chief Mrs. Okonkwo looked at me like I was something stuck to her shoe, but Zainab held my hand under the table.
He's important to me, Mom.
She said quietly, but firmly.
That night, Zainab told me she loved me. We were on her apartment balcony. The Lagos skyline glittered below us like scattered diamonds. She turned to me, her eyes bright and honest and completely unguarded.
I know it's fast. I know we're from different worlds. But Jide, you see me. Not my mother's daughter, not my last name, just me.
I should have said it back. I should have confessed everything. Instead, I kissed her and whispered, "I love you too." It wasn't entirely a lie anymore. That was the problem. 2 weeks later, I ran into Chidinma at an industry mixer. She was drunk. Sloppy drunk. The kind of drunk where the mask slips.
Jide,
She grabbed my arm, her expensive perfume mixing with alcohol.
I heard you're dating Zainab Okonkwo. That's ambitious.
Not your business anymore.
Does she know?
Chidinma leaned closer, her voice dropping.
Does she know you're broke? That your mother cleans houses? That you're...
Careful, Chidinma. She laughed bitterly.
I did what I had to do to survive, Jide. You think I wanted to step on you? This city eats people like us. I learned to bite first.
Her eyes were suddenly vulnerable.
I thought you'd understand that.
I walked away, but her words stuck with me.
I did what I had to do to survive, Jide.
Wasn't that exactly what I was doing? Mrs. Adeyemi called the next day.
Time's up, Jide. 2 months is more than enough. Whatever you're doing, it's working. Chief Mrs. Okonkwo is distracted, worried about her daughter getting serious with someone beneath her status. But I need the final blow.
What final blow?
Publicly humiliate her. Break her heart in front of everyone who matters. Make it devastating. Make it unforgettable. Then disappear. I want that girl destroyed, Jide. And I want it done at the charity gala next week. The one her mother's hosting. Maximum impact.
My stomach turned. That's not what we agreed.
That's exactly what we agreed. Or do you need me to remind you what happens if you don't deliver? I own this city, Jide. I can make you disappear. Your family, too.
She wasn't bluffing. That same night, Zainab invited me to her place. She was cooking, trying to anyway. The kitchen was a mess. She was laughing, flour in her hijab, sauce on her dress.
I wanted to make you dinner.
She said, embarrassed.
A proper house meal like my grandmother used to make. But I'm terrible at this.
It's perfect, I said, and I meant it. After dinner, which was genuinely terrible, but I ate every bite, we sat on her couch. She curled up against me.
Jide, I need to tell you something.
My heart stopped. Did she know?
My mom's been pressuring me to break up with you. Says you're not suitable, that you're using me.
She looked up at me, her eyes searching mine.
You're not, right? This is real?
Every word she said was a knife. Every moment of trust was a wound. It's real, I whispered. She smiled, relieved.
I knew it. I told her she's wrong about you, that you're different, that you're the first person who's ever loved me for me, not for what I can give them.
She fell asleep on my chest that night. I didn't sleep at all. The gala was in 3 days. I had a choice to make. Option 1. Go through with it. Destroy Zainab publicly. Get my 10 million. Secure my family's future. Watch an innocent girl suffer for something she didn't do. Option 2. Refuse. Lose everything. Probably get blacklisted from every job in Lagos. Watch my sister's dreams die. Let my mother work until her body gave out. There was no good choice. There was only the choice I could live with. I called my mother.
Jide, is everything okay? You sound strange.
Mama, if you had to choose between doing something terrible to a good person or watching your children suffer, what would you do? She was quiet for a long moment.
My son, there are many ways to suffer, but the worst suffering is looking in the mirror and not recognizing who you see. Your father, God rest his soul, he used to say, "A good name is worth more than gold." He was right.
Even if it means we stay poor?
Especially then, because poverty ends, Jide. But shame? That lasts forever.
I made my decision. But before I could act on it, everything fell apart. Zainab called me, crying, actually sobbing.
Jide, I need you, please. Something terrible has happened.
I rushed to her apartment. She was devastated, her eyes red and swollen.
Someone sent my mother photos of us, private photos and messages. Fake messages that made it look like you were planning to extort money from me, to embarrass the family.
My blood ran cold. Mrs. Adeyemi. She was forcing my hand. If I didn't destroy Zainab at the gala, she'd destroy me first.
Jide, tell me it's not true. Tell me you weren't using me.
This was it. I could lie, comfort her, then disappear before the gala and maybe survive Mrs. Adeyemi's wrath. Or I could tell her everything. It was true, I said quietly. At first. Her face went pale. I was hired to seduce you, to make you fall in love with me and then destroy you publicly. Your mother has an enemy, Mrs. Adeyemi. She paid me 7.5 million naira to ruin you. To ruin your mother through you. Zainab stood up, backing away from me like I was something toxic.
Get out.
Zainab, please.
Get out.
I left. It was over. I'd lost her. I'd lose the money. Probably lose everything else too. but for the first time in months, I could breathe. Mrs. Adeyemi called. Her voice was pure venom.
You confessed? You idiot. Do you have any idea what you've done?
The right thing.
The right thing?
She laughed, sharp and cruel.
You think confession makes you a hero? You're a fool, Jide, and fools get crushed in this city.
Do your worst. I'm done being your weapon.
Oh, I will. By tomorrow, everyone will know what you tried to do. You'll never work again. Your family will suffer because of your stupid conscience. Was it worth it?
I didn't know. I wouldn't know until it was all over. The next morning, something unexpected happened. Zainab showed up at my apartment. Her eyes were still red, but there was something different in them. Determination.
I spent all night thinking
She said.
about everything you told me, and I made some calls, did some research.
She pulled out her phone, showed me screenshots, documents, recordings.
Mrs. Adeyemi doesn't just have a rivalry with my mother. She's been running an illegal land grab scheme, bribing officials, displacing families. Your confession? It gave me the missing piece, the motive for why she'd target me. I'm going to destroy her, Jide, properly, legally. But I need your help. I need you to testify about what she hired you to do. It's the evidence we need to launch a full investigation.
Zainab, after what I did to you.
You were in an impossible situation, and unlike most people, you chose to do the right thing when it mattered.
Her voice cracked slightly.
That doesn't mean I forgive you. I don't know if I ever will. But it means I can work with you to stop her from doing this to someone else.
The gala happened anyway. But instead of me destroying Zainab, we destroyed Mrs. Adeyemi together. With Zainab's evidence and my testimony, we went to the media and the authorities simultaneously. By the time Mrs. Adeyemi arrived at the gala, her empire was already crumbling. She was arrested that night on the gala floor, in front of everyone who mattered. The look she gave me as they led her away was pure hatred.
You'll regret this.
She hissed. Maybe I would, but not as much as I'd have regretted the alternative. Life didn't become perfect. Mrs. Adeyemi's people came after me legally, trying to reclaim the money I'd spent. It's still tied up in court. My sisters are back to struggling with fees. My mother's still working, though I've been able to help more with freelance coordination gigs. Chidinma? She lost her job when Chief Mrs. Okonkwo's company downsized. Last I heard, she's working at a smaller firm. We don't talk. And Zainab? She doesn't love me anymore. How could she? But she respects me. And somehow, that feels more valuable. She hired me as a consultant for her new NGO, fair wage, transparent work, helping communities displaced by schemes like Mrs. Adeyemi's. It's not the glamorous career I dreamed of, but it's honest work. We met for coffee last week. It was awkward at first.
I'm still angry at you.
She said.
Some days more than others.
You should be.
But I also understand why you made the choices you did. The system is designed to make people like you desperate enough to compromise. That doesn't excuse what you did, but
She looked at me across the table.
it explains it.
For what it's worth, I said quietly. Everything I felt for you was real. Even when it started as a lie, it became real.
I know.
She smiled sadly.
That's the only reason I can stand to look at you.
People ask me if I regret it, if I'd make the same choice again. Honestly, I don't know. I know my sisters are still struggling. I know my mother's still tired. I know the good name my father believed in doesn't pay bills. But I also know I can look in the mirror now. I know I didn't destroy an innocent person to climb up. I know that when Lagos tried to turn me into the kind of person who uses others as stepping stones, I said no. Maybe that makes me noble. Maybe it makes me a fool. Probably both. But here's what I learned. The city doesn't owe you anything. Success doesn't come to the most talented or the most hardworking. It comes to the most connected, the most ruthless, or the luckiest. But your soul? That's yours. And nobody can take it unless you sell it. I almost did. I came so close. But in the end, I chose to stay Jide. Broke, struggling, angry-looking Jide, who still believes, despite everything, that there has to be a better way, even if I haven't found it yet.